basically what a past life regression is it's a form of very focused attention. You're taking somebody into a trance-like state, going backward, back through childhood, back through being in the womb to another lifetime. The work is always for the intent of asking the higher consciousness what lifetime, what information, what lesson would be most useful for this person in their current lifetime, what information needs to come forward. I have done hundreds of past life regressions since my own regressions. There were other ones that I had done. But that kind of message comes through is whatever somebody is struggling with in this lifetime, that they tap in, they remember something, they experience something, and there's a healing that can take place. They're learning something and they're remembering something, and they are able to use it in this lifetime to move forward with greater ease. And it's a healing. I don't know how, again, it's not a medical healing, it's not a therapy healing, but it is some sort of spiritual healing that allows them to move forward.
But who would you recommend, possibly trying out a past life regression, and how can it benefit them specifically?
So I've had people come to me because, and again, this is not medical advice at all. Yeah. This isn't a substitute for seeing your doctor and finding out what's going on. But I've had people referred by their doctors. I've had people come to me who have a pain that the doctor says we cannot find anything for. So they've already done their due diligence with the medical profession, and they don't understand why they're still having whatever it is. And we'll do a regression, and they will discover, yep, I died in a very violent way in a past life. So that's why I was hit over the head with a rock. That's why I keep having these headaches. They'll see it, they'll identify it, the headaches go away. I've had people come forward that were, again, referred by doctors. They were having, pains in their uterus, things like that. And they've remembered being in a Nazi hospital. Worked on without, like basically researched on without anesthesia.
Sure.
And, pretty horrific things. But being able to remember it allows them to let it go, right? So that would be one thing. If people are in situations of unforgiveness, or they're stuck in some way, they are not letting love in, we go back and we look at like what happened in the past life. I mean, it's all kinds of things.
Yeah.
I'm always blown away. It always just rocks my world because I can't predict what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's not me telling them what their past life was. They're going back and remembering.
I think you've sort of described it, but it might be helpful too, because this is kind of, in new territory for a lot of people. I know it's been around a long time, but I feel like it's becoming more and more accepted to where people are, perhaps more ready to try it. Could you describe sort of what a session looks like? What it sounds like? Is it online? Is it in person? Is it both? Is it, I know that some people are very wary of like hypnosis and things like that. How is it different? Yeah.
How it works is at this time, what I do is all online. It's all through Zoom. So someone is in the privacy of their own home. They're lying down comfortably. I'm in a different place in my office, and I guide them through a process of relaxation. It is not hypnosis. I'm not trained. I'm not a hypnotherapist. I'm not trained in hypnotherapy, but it is a guided process of relaxation and focus. So you kind of go into like a moderate, relaxed, trance-like state. You are always able to recall what's happening. You're not losing consciousness. You will know and hear everything that's happening. We have a conversation through it. And I take a person, first of all, just guiding them into relaxation, and then back to childhood. And we, just invite people to remember something from their childhood, whatever comes forward. Usually whatever comes forward is connected to whatever lifetime is wanting to come up. There's usually it's like a key. It's very interesting. It also always trips me up. Like, wow, how does that work together, but we go back to their childhood, then we go back to their time in the womb, and then we go back to a past life. And again, whatever, like, we can remember all kinds of things, but those heightened unresolved memories and those unresolved lifetimes, or those lifetimes where there's a message for us, that's where people go. And it's about a 50 to 60-minute process of just going through the lifetimes, understanding what's important, what the messages are, and then meeting with your guide. So then I take people to meet with their guide and kind of understand the lesson or the importance of that lifetime and how to integrate it into what's going on now. So it's a very gentle process. Yeah, and again, I don't tell you what your past life is. I don't think that's not helpful. Some people do go to people for that information. That's fine. That's not what I do. This is helping you understand that you have access to your soul, your soul's wisdom. It's in there. And this is a tool to help access it. And again, if your soul doesn't want you to know something, or if your soul's like, hey, stop looking in the past, you need to look at what happened, 3 years ago with that ex-girlfriend, like that's what your soul's going to bring up.
Yeah.
So again, it's about understanding the spiritual stuckness and wisdom.